can you hear me?
Yep, got you loud and clear.
Awesome. I'll try to adjust my volume a little bit here. Apparently it turned itself up. All right. Bonder is standby 1200. Flaps are up. Flight instruments. We got 60. There we go.
Automated weather observation 1, 2, 3, 4 Zulu. Wind calm. Visibility 8. Sky condition clear. Temperature 03 Celsius. Dew point 01 Celsius. Altimeter 3029er. Remarks. Density altitude 7,200.
Nice. Actually at the field elevation. Let's see. First, KLAR's Laramie, which is 117.6. In that one in, and then 116.85 is Medicine Bow, so that'll be convenient.
85, looks like we got it.
Yep,
already there.
Tuned in.
And we can go ahead and you want to plug in the flight plan as well before we taxi at any point. So just so you know.
Yeah, I mean I haven't actually ever plugged a flight plan into the GPS before.
Okay.
So like what would you do here?
The FPL.
Okay.
Right. So you have KLAR,
Yep.
and basically you're just gonna do adding
LAR.
each one as you go like that. So MBW or well LAR would be the next one.
Yeah.
LAR. Even though it's pretty simple, before you
Just the
click enter.
GPS has it in there.
Yep, Laramie.
And
Enter.
and it'll give you the next one. Okay.
Yep. And so MBW, Alcos,
Those-
PR.
Right then, that is it.
Two.
Trimble is that? Okay. And I guess we'll take 2-1 since winds are calm.
Cool. Good to me.
Gonna do a brake check. My brakes appear to work. Your flight controls.
My flight controls.
Indicator's turning. Compass is turning. That sun sure is bright.
Your flight controls.
My flight controls.
Flight controls.
Let's see, and this is Alpha 1, right? Yeah. Laramie traffic, Warrior 8282 Victor is taxiing runway 21 via Alpha 1, Laramie. That didn't sound terrible today. That's a good sign. Guess we'll run up over here.
Yeah, and I do like this about the mornings that we get to place ourselves. And,
Yeah, you get to just relax, not worry about a ton of crap.
yeah.
Alright, let's see. Alright, engine run up, brakes are applied. Switch fuel pump on. The left tank. Fuel pressure looks good. 2,000. Alright, instruments. In the green, oil pressure still, or oil temp still low, but that should come up. Suction's looking at 5. Attitude indicators coming up. Head in. And right about there. Clean for takeoff, carb heat. Not really showing much of a drop.
Like 25.
Engine's
like
not high yet though, so Maybe we'll check that again when we get to the runway. I mean, it is dropping, but
Yeah.
it's just not a lot. More normal. And that's about what we expect. That's good. Vacuum is 520 amps, a little higher than normal, but that's okay, still within range. Cool. Alright, RPM, oil pressure in limits. Let's finish our taxi then.
Cool.
Should have used one of the blue rags to wipe off the windshield.
Yeah, and I mean it'll clear up once
Yeah.
we're up in the air as well. But definitely if it's like
Well, I used my hoodie, so I'm like,
Oh,
oh, what
well.
a waste, right? I'm gonna check the car PDN real quick, just like at 1500. It's a nice, accurate tachometer reading. Yeah, I mean, it's there. Just used to a little bit more.
yeah, you can hear it in the engine, and it's about 25 right now. So it's dropping.
And like I said, you know, engine's cold, so not that different. All right,
Yep.
clearance we do not require. Go ahead. Back down to 1,000 here, thinking about it. Going to be departing VFR. All right, departure or takeoff brief. We're going to be doing a normal takeoff, runway 21. Let's see. Rotation speed is going to be 55 knots. Our VX will be, what is it, 66, right? Yep.
Yep, 66.
66, yep. And VY is going to be 72 knots. We'll climb at VY initially, and then we'll go to our cruise climb, which is going to be 84 indicated, and 105 true, or whatever it is. Alright, if problems arise prior to rotation, we're going to abort using the brakes if necessary, clear the runway if possible, and abandon the aircraft if necessary. If we have an engine failure after rotation, we will land straight ahead on the runway if possible, and if not possible, we will only make gentle banks to avoid obstacles. Our best glide speed we'll go to is 73 knots. If we have any problems after rotation other than an engine failure, we'll deal with them in flight. If necessary, we will return here via a left pattern runway 21 or
Larry,
other runway as
Cap 2,
necessary.
entering into Charlie at altitude 11.
Yep, and then also along the routes, if weather conditions or something else happens where we have to divert, we'll plan to come back here. That'll be our first plan.
Yep.
Especially stuff like smoke, so say the smoke starts to get really bad or something like that.
Okay. Alright, let's see. Mags are set to both. Flaps are set for takeoff. Trim is about set for takeoff. The doors and windows closed and locked.
Yep, good. Closing last
Okay,
over here.
Sweet.
I'm gonna put this a little, you want it right there or do you want it like at neutral?
I mean, you said a little bit north of neutral, right? Or
A little south of neutral,
I
typically.
get it wrong every time. And it'll get off the ground.
That's why I was asking to make sure, because I'm like, do you want it north of neutral? That's fine if you do, it's just a lot of times it'll make it heavier to rotate, but
Engine fuel pumps on. I'll hit the altimeter now just because why not? Time. Landing lights on. Nav lights off. Time is 6:45. Let me put that down. We're on the right tanks. That should be 1. Right, and then it's 45 minutes when we switch tanks, roughly.
I usually do half hour, but I mean, you can do, as long as it's consistent, you know, but 45 minutes we're basically going to be there, so, because it's going to be an hour, half hour, I think makes sense.
Alrighty. Got Laramie in there. All right. Laramie Traffic Warrior 8282 Victor is taking off runway 21, direct to the Laramie VOR and departure northbound, Laramie.
Departure northbound.
Alright, that's runway 21. Good sign we didn't get lost.
Yep.
Alright, center line. Turning up. 2200. Engine instruments are in the green except for the oil temperature, but that'll come up. No crosswind. Full power, center line. Airspeed's coming up. There's 55. Good. 72.
Nice smooth takeoff. Next time we'll use afterburners, but you know.
Yeah, if we can get them.
Now here you can even see the VOR right there, right?
Yeah. That's that white thing, yeah.
Yep.
I feel like they're supposed to be white and orange, right?
So we'll do, I guess, a right crosswind departure over to the VOR.
Yeah.
And then
Let's see, this is on GPS mode at the moment, right?
yeah.
Trying to remember how all that works.
And you said we're climbing up to what altitude again?
10,500.
10.5? Okay.
Like I said, once we're past the VOR here, we'll go to our Enroute Climb speed.
Good. Makes sense.
Then we'll call Casper radio and open our flight plan and all that. Be a pretty day if you could see anything.
Yeah, I mean it's, like I said, the winds are nice, it's calm. Basically just not as much of a view, as you said.
Laramie Traffic Warrior 8282 Victor over the Laramie VOR at 8,900 feet, climbing to 10,500, departing northbound. Last call, Laramie.
Cool.
Alright, now we'll start getting set for our Enroute Climb here.
We'll also, so what we haven't done a ton of in the practice is that as we climb up, we'll also lean every little bit. So
Okay.
because we don't really have like an exhaust gas temperature gauge, we'll kind of just bump it down a little bit. So the same way that you would kind of bump it up after we're doing like your best power mixture, the same reason. So every 1,000 feet that we go up, you just bump it down a little bit, mixture.
Okay.
That's basically the rule of thumb, yeah, because otherwise.
Just like that much, or?
Yep. And so you,
like taxi lean sort of altitude, or?
yeah, sort of, but I mean, like, it's because we're already kind of lean, and so I typically, I don't bring it all the way down to where the engine kind of starts, you know, choking, just because it's different on the ground as if it were to happen in the air. But,
okay, and if we're going to Medicine Bow, it's going to be 323 from Laramie, 143 from Medicine Bow, right? I'm trying to remember how to use one of these. Which one will come up on the top one?
yep.
So 143, somewhere around there. Switch to V-lock and
Yep.
why
Is it 17.6?
well, that's Laramie, so I'm trying to pick up Medicine Bow. When I hit the button twice, it just didn't want to do it.
You gotta use a little bit of muscle.
I guess. Jeez. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, let's call up Casper radio, which is going to be 122.6. Alright, which, let's see, this
Yep.
tunes the radio, right? I want to make sure I don't start messing with crap. Don't remember what I'm doing. Okay. And call here going to be Casper radio, Warrior 8282 Victor with request, basically.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, or VFR request, whatever it may be.
Casper radio, Warrior 8282 Victor on 122.6 with a VFR request. Or maybe they don't want to talk to us today. Well, I guess I'll use the text message thing then.
Yep. And if not, let me see.
Maybe they're unavailable today or something, I missed it.
What, you said 22.6, which track?
Yeah, 1226. I just activated on the text thing, so.
Okay. Yeah.
I would want, what, Denver Center, right? Where did I write that? 135.6 down here? Yeah. Which I think is what it was set to before, right?
Yep.
Not sure.
Got another 500 feet to go.
Yeah, cool. A little bit. For a second, what are we? Oh man, if we're... I don't have the track distances written down, so I don't know how far we are from the Laramie VOR.
Well, we had, let's see. We know it, Pusip.
Well, I mean, we could call that, right?
Yeah, you can call Pusip, or you can say, we're kind of popping up on here, so we can use, you know, a certain amount of distance from
I'm not sure how
Laramie.
to use the ruler in my app. I was trying to figure it out.
Yeah, right now we're about 10 miles.
Just find it weird we haven't heard anybody talking here.
135.6, where you have it? Yep.
Yep, that's what I got. Yep. Alright, so just gonna review my radio call here. Denver Center, Warrior 8282 Victor with the VFR request.
Yep.
Denver Center, Warrior 8282 Victor with the VFR request. truck, so.
Yeah.
Alright, there's 10-5. This is interesting.
That's the second one. Hasn't responded, so.
Starting to feel like it might be a problem with our radio.
Nope, I accidentally pressed that, sorry.
That's all good. Wasn't too loud.
Woke you up for sure.
I've got my headset set to a comfortable volume.
This says 125.9.
Yeah, that's up at Casper.
That's
it's-
Laramie. KLAR, Laramie Regional.
Well, mine was showing 135.6 on AirNav. I'll try it, yeah.
Yeah, let's just try that. I mean,
What was it, 125.9?
Yep.
All right. Denver Center, Warrior 8282 Victor with VFR request. Looks like the attitude indicator is taking a break.
November 828 Victor, Denver Center, go ahead.
Denver Center, Warrior 8282 Victor, about 1 mile past Cusick, 10,500 feet, requesting VFR flight following to Casper International.
Warrior 8282 Victor, Denver Center, out of here.
Denver Center, Warrior 8282 Victor, 5x5. I think our radio's being...
And Warrior 8282 Victor, confirm call sign 8282 Victor.
affirmative, 8282 Victor.
Warrior 8282 Victor, squawk 1450.
Squawk 1450, Warrior 8282 Victor. You just punch that in on this?
Sure.
Okay. There's a little bit of altitude here because I'm not paying attention.
Yep.
And does this button work, by the way, the transponder ident button on the yoke?
Never actually used it. So, I mean, we have an ident up here.
Yeah.
Via ident, but we can try identing there, so our first thing. I haven't used that button before, so.
Let's a little bit more power here. I was like, oh no, can he not hear us like at all?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Coming in more broken.
Warrior 8282 Victor, radar contact 50 miles northwest of the Laramie VOR. Maintain VFR on course to Casper Airport.
Maintain VFR, Warrior 8282 Victor.
Yeah, it took a little longer, and I was like, but
Well, he didn't ask us that.
82 Victor, let's see here. Casper Alpha and a half 3021.
3021. 3021, thank you.
obviously we're gonna get the weather anyway. But
Yeah, nice to have in advance.
when would you switch over to 3021?
Probably about when I contact Casper. Because right now we're in cruise, so...
Yeah.
I mean, maybe around Alco, somewhere around there.
So what's like the general rule as far as like just, you know, you may remember from like ground school?
I don't remember from
Within 100 miles, you can switch to VOR or altimeter setting VOR. Jeez.
Okay.
So you
We're
can
already within 100 miles,
right. So in this case, right? I mean, you can do it halfway.
Warrior 82 Victor, do you depart from Laramie?
Affirmative, 8282 Victor.
Roger.
I think he just found our flight plan.
Yeah, I think so. Sure, we're not climbing too much.
Yeah.
Well, we got some A's still here, 10-5.
No. I wasn't really expecting to get above it.
I was kind of hoping, but yeah, I think part of me was like,
Okay, I did my check ride in like 3 miles visibility because of smoke.
did you?
That sucked. She's just like, how do you know we're right here? And I'm like, I don't really. Like, I'm just used to the area.
He's like, okay, no joke, I'm actually gonna have to trust you on this one. Make sure the thing is centered as well. It's a little bit off to the, there you go. Cool, thank you.
Another like 15 minutes, so we switched to eggs.
Yep. We're not climbing too.
Yeah.
Gotta trim it out.
No, I am. I've been like adjusting the trim this whole time. As we're getting faster here, it's just changing a little bit. I'm not really tracking the VOR here.
Yeah, I'm zooming out just to get a little more perspective, but Wheatland be over that way.
Yeah.
This is usually a really good VFR waypoint to use.
The wind farm.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to miss, yeah. I do notice they say it's unlit, but I swear, driving down I-80, that it's lit.
Yeah.
Like maybe it's just not during the day, but the field of flashing red lights at like 9 p.m.
Yeah,
is pretty
I'm just
noticeable. Like, I think it's lit.
What radio did you set on here?
Let's see, 116.85, which is Medicine Bow.
No, what radio?
143.
Okay.
143, yeah.
Brilliant.
I'm not, maybe I did my math wrong when I was doing that. Yeah, I must have got it backwards.
Yeah,
Because I was thinking 2, or no, so I was looking for from actually.
Yeah, I would say, so you
3,
bring
2,
it over,
3, right?
yeah, there's from, and then we'll see where it centers. So we're on like 133 radio.
Okay. Maybe I got, yeah, that would be off by 10 degrees, so it makes sense that I maybe get that.
What is this Victor Airway supposed to be? What radio?
Let's see, 323 from Laramie. So, let's see, I don't remember what I wrote down.
Yeah,
for
I'll
the
bring it
other
up.
one.
I'll bring up the map here just so we can get the exact.
143 and 323. I don't remember the Victor Airway.
Yeah, 323 cores, and it's a 143 radio. So
Okay.
as far as
So-
what the actual Victor Airway is, so 114.
Yeah, and I mean, I've been to the right side of the GPS track this whole time, so.
Although I don't know why it's showing it to the right there.
Yeah.
That don't make sense.
Just how you know the VOR is working well.
Yeah, well, we'll just center it up. Maybe like, is it reverse sensing? There's no way. Yeah. Well, the VOR inspection,
It's saying
would
we're on-
say it's about off about 10. So actually, this would make sense for that, but that's the stuff we got to
I
send
mean,
in
it's pretty
after annual.
extreme off, yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff that it's going to get sent to maintenance for after its annual. That transponder work, avionics, which will include that. So.
Let's see, I was actually going to ask, The descent it lists in the POH is at what? 128 knots and 2,500 RPM?
By the way, once we're level, we can do the rest of our climb checklist, landing light off, fuel pump off, all that
I was
stuff.
looking. Yeah, I guess I just missed that one. I did look at it, I just didn't actually switch off the fuel pump. So let's see if we're centered on here.
Now we're coming up on course there.
It's not too far off here.
Yeah. Now it's gonna swing over. Yeah, it does seem to be about 10 degrees off, which is just the...
About what we should expect, I suppose.
There's a train track, as you can see here. As it shows, you see it on your side as well, the curve.
Moving around, yeah.
Cool.
And is this Medicine Bow, I assume?
Yeah, basically, as far as the town?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. It should be on that side of you.
Yeah, no, I can see the town. Cool. You can see their high school. They got a nice track, actually. And I was actually just reading last night a Reddit thread that was the worst roasts they've seen a DP give someone. And some of them were really brutal.
Where's roasts?
Yeah.
What's one of them?
So this guy's in the military. He's like, I had a check flight, like the examiner rated me unsatisfactory. He's like, and he went to write the U in the grade book and went like, actually, you know what? You earned this unsat. You write it in the grade book. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, the classic on the instrument check ride being like, it's a good thing I'm not here to judge your landings.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
That one's just a classic one.
Yeah, I remember my instrument landing was good for like a beginner pilot. But I was just like,
that wasn't terrible, but you were like, I should have done better.
I was like, you said already passed, right? He's like, yeah, you're good. Like, thanks.
He's like, I mean, you didn't do anything horrifically unsafe.
No, I mean, it was just like, it was basically just like, oh, you can tell you haven't been practicing landings very much recently. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I've been practicing instrument stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, no, I just like to spend money and just do a bunch of stuff extra because why not?
I hope he's not trying to talk to us.
Not yet, no. 5 miles. ETA 712, according to this.
Does that give us the, ETA to the waypoint? Yeah.
And then I think, there you go, this is where you get distance to each leg. Just go back to the flight plan.
Okay.
I'm a more visual person, so I kind of like having the map up, but obviously when you need to either make position reports or know certain distance and
Yeah,
time.
no, that is really useful. I like that.
There you go.
Then it's VNav for the normal one? The normal page?
No, just flight plan. So that's the
you
flight
just did
plan
flight
page,
plan.
yep.
Okay.
And
I'm
just-
trying to, it's been a long time since I've visited one of these. Quite the incredible device, honestly.
Yeah, well, it is the thing, if you learn on GPS, because I learned on G1000, it's hard going back. It's hard going backwards. So, you know, going back to steam gauges, you're just like, for real? Like,
Where do I
why?
get the information?
Exactly. You're like,
What do you mean my heading indicator doesn't tell me what heading I'm supposed to be tracking?
yeah. And I don't know if you know, but you know, the term, because especially with like HSIs and stuff, when they're speaking about the G1000, they always talk about it being slaved. And so that became a no word for a while too. And it was like, you can't talk about it being slaved because that's, you know.
That's what it is.
Yeah, I'm like
in the military, when you say, have a sensor that's detected something, you want to slew another sensor to it, you slave the other sensors to the original sensor. That's just what it's called.
Yeah. So.
I don't know, people are always looking for things to be upset about, you know. Getting pretty good speed though, more than planned. So
yeah, like I said, I think we should be a nice, smooth flight.
Try not to
You
butcher
said-
all the radio calls.
Well, and I was going to say, so I mean, what's your re-familiarity, I should say, with tower?
So we're going to get handed off to tower, right? Because we're on VFR flight following.
Yep.
So we get handed off. We're going to call them up, make a position report, say we're inbound, how far we are, what altitude we're at, and that we should pick up the ATIS before we do that.
Yep.
And then let them know what ATIS information we have, and then they'll go, haha, we just changed it like 2 seconds ago. Go get the new ATIS. And then they'll probably tell us to make left downwind for a runway and report field or something like that.
Yep. And what was the winds at? Do you remember?
I don't
Direction-wise?
remember when we took off, but it was favoring 2-1. I think it was like 230, something like that.
Okay. I remember.
But it was in like 3. So.
Yeah, the morning briefing I think was 28. So they obviously have runway 26. And so it'll either be 21 or 26. They might ask us, and obviously based on the winds.
I'll give this a sec, but I was looking for 322 from on our way out. So
322 from?
yeah, that's just about, because it's only 1 degree off the track from Laramie to Medicine Bow to Alcos, I think.
Okay. 2, yeah, 3. Let's try 3 through. 3's 1, 2. There you go. I'm like,
Yeah, that's close.
there you go.
But yeah, it's just off like 10 to the left.
It's about 10, yeah. Right. Good. And we got about.
It is interesting trying to maintain visual reference because the attitude indicator's wonked off by 10 degrees.
Yeah.
When you've got the haze.
I mean, question's at 5, so.
I'm gonna readjust this to 25. Somewhere in between.
Bring us back to flight plan.
Yeah, I remember during my solo long cross country to Pocatello, I transcribed a 9 and a 4 on my flight log, and so I had, what was it, 149? That is my radial I was following rather than 194. Or sorry, yeah.
That's a bit off, yeah.
Yeah, no, and I knew it was off because I'm supposed to be tracking the interstate basically, and I'm like, why am I off by 50 degrees? And I was like struggling to figure out, and eventually Salt Lake Center's like, you're going to Pocatello, right?
You're like, idiot.
Yeah, no, I was
You're
like, oh, damn it, I didn't fix it before. I mean, like, I knew I was off, but
Yeah.
I just was trying to troubleshoot it. And I was like, yeah, I'm just trying to figure out something with my VOR here. And he's like, yeah, well, how about you turn like 50 degrees to the left if you want to get there? Like, I know.
Before you become one of those accident reports that everybody talks about. You're like, yeah, I guess so.
I mean, I hope not.
Well, no, of course not, but I was saying, like,
I mean, it was VFR, nice VFR day. I couldn't possibly get lost if I just looked out the windows.
hey, you'd be
At least
surprised.
that area, it's really easy, so.
Cool. So, let's see if we have 57. How far have we traveled?
Let's see, so total track distance, like, what, 110, right?
Okay. Yeah, it was like 106, 110. So basically, we're coming up on halfway. So we'll kind of use the halfway point. That's when we'll do 3021 on the altimeter.
Okay.
And then
We're
we
at
can-
our fuel change over here.
yep, I would say fuel change. So basically, a lot of times if you kind of group everything together, fuel change, I would also go ahead and input frequencies just to stay ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. Are they going to hand us off to Casper approach?
Well, yeah, so, but I'm saying you can also have basically the ATIS. So at some point you can have the ATIS plugged in. That way you can see, I mean, the sooner you get it, the better, right? So.
Yeah, I suppose so.
And basically you can switch back and forth. So.
Will we be able to hear that from here, you think?
I doubt it from here, but what I'm saying is that at least you have it there in the backup. And if they switch us over, well, you know.
That happens.
Yeah.
We can see if we can hear it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's the approach frequency, by the way?
Approach is going to be 120.65.
Yep. Cool.
I like that they're all like 6.53, none of them are like 7.7.
What about tower?
Tower's going to be 118.3.
Yep. Main ground.
Is 121.9.
Cool.
You're like, I have all these memorized.
Yeah, I do. Well, I also asked just to make sure that I'm like, yep, I still memorize. I still remember them. So.
Let's see. I think 118.3 is the tower frequency in Jackson as well.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
It's a good. It sounds like a good tower frequency. You know? It's just
that
like,
makes me feel towery. You know?
Yeah.
Oh man, I was doing the math. I was like, this is gonna be expensive.
Oh, really?
Like $800 probably.
No, I don't think that much, but.
Well, it depends on the flight time, but I was planning 3
Oh,
hours. So,
yeah.
that would be on the long side, but you know, plan for the worst, right?
I could have made you brought the foggles or something too. That way you could have gotten.
I have my foggles. If
Oh,
you,
do you?
If you want to do that, I
If you want, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll try to put them on.
Okay. Good. I have flight controls for now.
Flight controls.
I have flight
Because I gotta spin all the way around and dig in my bag here. So yeah, I always have them with me.
That's good.
So I'm not sure how to put them on without taking my headset off.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say it's a whole operation.
Like
so
you
I'm
said,
like,
you get these ones because you don't have to do that, but I disagree. I do think you have to do that. So I'm gonna take my headset off for a second.
yeah, you're good.
Oh, dude, my right headphone just started making a heck of a noise right there. I have flight controls.
You have flight controls. All right.
Yeah, what time is it? 7:18.
Yep. And by the way, we're on the right tank. We switched over what, a couple minutes ago?
Yes, gonna be 3 minutes ago.
Okay. So 7:15.
Yes.
Okay.
Let's see, we would use like 5 gallons there, roughly.
Yeah.
Just as a gas.
Yep. All right.
So weird having foggles
Yeah.
on.
I mean, it'll be basic. It should be pretty easy, but basically, you know,
Just try to maintain
just try to
course.
maintain course. Everything kind of similar. You got 3021 on the.
Yeah, switch that. And just to remind ourselves, Casper is going to be at 5,330.
Yep. So pattern above that.
6,330.
6,330. Cool.
Oh man, the sun's bright though, without my sunglasses on.
I might take the opportunity to take some selfies. Why not?
I can't see you doing it, so.
Yeah, it's always less embarrassing now. Just.
I should take a selfie too. I don't know where my phone is. Not legal because you're watching for traffic.
Well, I was gonna say don't turn us around while I'm.
Try not to. Yeah, no, the altitude indicator is a little wonky for sure today. That's kind of fun. Yeah, no, yeah.
You're good.
Just like roll like
Yeah.
up over
They
the
probably know. They're
house,
like,
I'm
yeah, this
trying
guy's
not to
probably
stress
taking a selfie or something. Glare of that son.
Pretty bad, yeah. Let's see, we're like, wait till we level.
That's a little better right there.
I mean, ATC is clearly going to be like, if they have autopilot, they're not using.
Yeah, they're just like, is this a beginning student? Is this
I mean, essentially.
yeah, is this a beginning instructor? Who knows? That's what they'll probably be thinking. All right.
Let's see, we're 315 roughly. Oh, because it's hard to fly straight and level without turning slightly. Just dead silence.
Yeah, I mean, I don't expect to. I think it's just part of my, which, I mean, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. I think it's a good habit, because the sooner you get it, yeah, because then you always think, oh, I'll get it when I'm 50 miles out.
But then you're trying to talk to people.
And that's exactly when they start giving you vectors. That's exactly when you're like, oh, okay, I should have got this earlier.
And especially if you only have one radio, that's exactly when Denver Center's trying to hand you off and you can't hear them because you're on the ATIS.
Yeah. And then also the sooner you get it, I mean, you can even like listen to it in chunks. So you don't have to listen to it all in one go and, you know, be away from the primary frequency for that long. So
especially because most of the time with the ATIS, they're going to have some NOTAM that's like 2 minutes long at the end of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Which you don't care about.
Yeah.
Usually like, oh, there's a taxiway light halfway down runway 26 that's out, so just so you know. And by the way, I was checking the map in Casper. It looks like half their taxiways are closed.
Yeah, so basically, especially we land on 21 Alpha, that taxiway that runs all the way on the left side of runway 21. Yeah. Any other runway, I mean, they'll give you a Charlie. Bring it up, because might as well.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a little diagram I drew here, because there's like these taxiways coming from the intersection of like Charlie 2.
Yeah.
Down now.
Yeah, no, those are closed. No, those are.
That's what it was showing on the map I found, but I wasn't sure if it was up to date. You know, since specifically AirNav says do not use these for navigation by actual charts.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone in history has ever done.
So, I mean, from beginning of 26, which we won't be using Bravo, but Alpha's his main taxiway. Of course, we still got this.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, Charlie 2. But if anything, they might give us Charlie 2 to Charlie, the taxi back if we use runway 26. Otherwise, we use 21. It'll just be get off on Alpha, either Alpha 6, Alpha 5, taxi to the hangar, or to the FBO.
Yeah, they give us a hangar?
No,
cool.
Yeah, not the hangar, taxi to the FBO. We're not paying for a hangar, let's put it that way.
Why not? You pay for a hangar in Laramie if it's like raining.
Well, yeah, but that's, this would be on us, so we're not paying for no hangar. Trust me, I might just be like, hey, pull the truck up. I've fueled with the truck, I'll fuel that ourselves.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm a line guy, like whatever.
Exactly.
I won't blow up the airplane.
And the other thing too is I'm like, I mean, we'll go to the, well, actually it's up to you because you're the one paying. So if you want to go to like self-serve, you save $1.
They said the self-serve's in op, I think.
Is it? Oh, dang, okay.
So.
That's unfortunate. You save $1 basically per gallon, so.
Yeah. Because you guys reimbursed for the Laramie fuel price, right?
Say again?
Do you guys reimburse for the Laramie fuel price, or? I'm just curious, I don't care.
Yeah,
Because like in Driggs, for example, like you can get fuel anywhere and they'll reimburse you at their own wet price.
Okay.
But like if you pay, you know, if it's $8 a gallon in Idaho Falls and they're charging $6.50 a gallon, you're gonna end up paying $1.50 a gallon.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'll ask Elliot that because I think, I mean, obviously, like keep the receipts and, you know, send it to him. I don't know at what price he'd reimburse you at necessarily, but
Yeah, I mean, usually it's the home field price.
home field
that
price,
way
okay.
They discourage you from going and
Yeah,
buying
from going
expensive
again.
fuel.
Yeah, exactly.
Basically.
And that makes perfect sense. I mean, we'll probably get whatever very minimum we need to kind of
Waive any. Did they have handling fees and stuff? I don't know. I've never been to a signature.
No, or it's Atlantic, but
Oh, it's Atlantic.
no, they basically yeah, they wouldn't have any fees necessarily other than fuel for us. And you know, if we use Tidon, obviously there's that, but there's no ramp fee. I don't know if they have. I don't think they apply the security fee because I think that goes to ramp. I forget. I mean, it's a little bit, so I'm kind of like, I don't want to say one thing and be wrong, but
Yeah, we'll
definitely
find
we
out
don't have.
when we get there.
Yeah, we don't have a ramp fee for sure. And
If you were really curious, you should have called the FBO and asked.
well, and that's the thing. I would have been like, hey guys, like, which like I said, we will get there. You'll see. I probably know.
Is that the FBO you work at?
Yeah, it's the
Okay.
FBO work that. So that's why I said you get there. You might see me recognize people and be like, oh hey guys, what's going on?
It's Benny.
Yeah. What the hell are you doing back here?
How dare you show your face here again? Ever since you chunked that Challenger into a ditch.
Yeah, right. They'll be like, they're letting you fly now? I can't believe it. No.
I mean, we're still 45 miles away from Casper.
Yeah, we're still. I mean, 25 or 45 minutes. No, 49 according to this. 36 plus 8.5. 36.5, 45, yeah. And you were right on the dot.
You beatbox?
No?
You beatbox?
Started to now.
That part of the flight?
I'm starting to think I should, whenever I come back to visit Casper, I should just fly up there.
Yeah. I mean, how much? How much that cost you?
Well, it would cost me zero.
Yeah, just have it make a student fly
Yeah,
up
just
here.
be like, I think you need to fly to Casper. But we're not even, no, I think we should fly to Casper.
Be like, it's not a solo, it's just cross country, like it's good
Yeah.
experience, whatever, we'll do some hood time while we're
Yeah.
on the way. Like,
Yeah.
need that for your PPL anyway.
And I would also be like, by the way, I'm gonna pack a bunch of stuff in the back. Don't mind
Also,
that.
I'm gonna solo endorse you for your flight back. to
Yeah.
where- and the flight to come pick me up.
Yeah, I know, it's... You know some instructors do that. I have done that. I shouldn't say they do have done that. Just like random things. Like I remember there was an article I read. Instructor was like, the student was basically like, yeah, we did a flight, we did a cross-country flight, and we went to a place and we sat down for lunch, and all of a sudden this woman joins us. And he's just like, I'm kind of like, all right, whatever. And then he's like, yeah, it then turns out this dude's on a date. Like,
And it's
so-
just like, oh shit, am I ruining your day?
well, no, but then he's just like, so I guess he's like, so he used me to basically fly himself to the date and, you know, meet this woman there, and then, you know, we're flying back. And he's like, we're laughing about it, but I'm also like, what? He's like, and I'm just like, yeah, I guess, you know. I mean, if you're doing the cross country, I guess, but it is a little skeevy. You're like,
Yeah, it's just like, I mean, convenient for you, I guess, but I
Yeah.
feel like you should be paying pro rata right now.
yeah, it's like, you know, it shouldn't be, yeah, you should kind of be focusing on the student, not like, but, this way. Start to see things, yes, no, not really.
Me? No.
You see this terrain in front of us?
Nope.
You don't see it?
No, I don't.
No, okay, good. Let's see.
Dude, that's the stuff that was like on the right side that was like, what, 8,300 feet, something like that?
Yeah. I might, let's see. I might do some navigating for us here. Ditch Creek Reservoir. I mean, I guess it is. I guess from here it looks a little higher, but mostly just.
I mean, I'm sure it doesn't look as high as the Tetons look when you're
No, not at all.
12,500 and the peaks are above you.
But basically over here to our left, we have like a completely open area, and so we'll continue going this. So I'll let you know if I turn us, but we're good at this altitude. I just kind of wanted to verify.
Yeah, it certainly looks higher.
It does look higher, and that's kind of why. I mean, in the haze, it's like, I just want to make sure.
Yeah, not. Well, you know, it's interesting. There's no mountain obscuration warning,
Airmen,
so,
yeah.
Which is funny because there was.
There was. I mean,
But
it's,
they're like, this isn't obscured though.
I mean, it's like I said, this is haze, and so it's like you can see all the way to the ground. It's not as clear as normal, but I mean, definitely, what, 8 miles I think is what it had, 9 miles?
Yeah. I don't disagree.
That's
I
on the
think it's
higher
fine.
side of VFR, it's just not perfectly clear.
I mean, like I said, my check ride was in like 3 miles, and that was terrible, like trying to do my steep turns and stuff. But
Yeah.
there was just no reference to the horizon for anything, so.
How were you able to do ground reference maneuvers?
Well, because we can see the ground. I mean, 3 miles is greater than our max altitude from the ground there.
Yeah, I guess.
It's like 15,000 feet. Alright, we can see the ground just fine.
Cool, there you go, trucking along. Got some puffies on the side of us.
What?
Yeah, puffy clouds, I'm saying, like some little
I
puffies.
thought you said puppies, and I was like a MD-80? What are you talking about?
Oh, none of that. Casper Mountain. So tell me about, I mean, obviously the airspace for Casper is Delta, right? So when coming in, what's the procedure as far as like when do we want to have contact with the tower?
You need two-way communication to enter the airspace, but they don't have to give you permission, which is kind of funny.
Yep. What's the airspace dimensions for Delta?
It's normally 5 miles, but Casper actually extends towards Alcos a little bit on the sectional, it looks like. I don't know how far, like 8 miles.
Yeah, actually I think it's 4 miles, but what's the altitude of the airspace?
You know, I didn't write
Just like
that down.
standard like Delta.
I don't know, like 2,500 feet,
Yep.
something like that?
Yeah, 2,500.
That was a complete guess on my part, so don't credit me for knowledge I don't have.
Alright, well, take it back then.
Well, you know, just want to be clear. Yeah, I think the mountains are...
Yeah, I mean, it is this thing. Once we're kind of on that side of them, then we should be able to pick it up. But as I said, my bad habits are I always like to check as early as possible.
I don't think that's a bad habit.
But we got some more interesting terrain below us.
Yeah, I wish I could see it. Now I want to cheat, you know.
So weird, a little.
Get 9501 on 125.9.
So weird, the little features you can see here that like when you drive, you're never gonna see.
Yeah, it is, flying is certainly a way to get around, yeah.
Okay, we'll call the Warrior A2A to Victor.
Who's that trying
That's
to
for
fly?
us.
Go ahead, Warrior 8282 Victor.
Warrior 82 Victor, Denver is our two calling you. You can call her in this frequency 125.9 or 133.17.
Alright, I guess let's try 13317. Copy that, we'll try 13317. Let's see, so we want, here we go.
Okay, we're gonna transmit to Warrior SkyQ 9501. Warrior 82 Victor, please contact 120.5 to Denver.
120.5 now. 120.5 Warrior 8282 Victor.
Okay, the Warrior is 12065. 12065.
Copy, 12065 Warrior 8282 Victor.
Warrior, SkyQ 9501. Denver SkyQ 9501 is going to contact you in 1.
Should be Casper approach, right?
Yes, it is.
Yep.
And I just don't think our radios are very good.
Yep. Let's turn that way a little bit.
Yeah.
Just because we got more terrain this way. So.
Yeah, I was getting a little off to the right there for sure.
You can take foggles off, by the way, now, because we're starting to
you want to take
terrain.
the flight controls for a second?
I have flight controls.
You have flight controls.
I have flight controls. You have flight controls.
Warrior 8282 Victor, Casper approach. I have you loud and clear. How
Okay.
Okay. Do we need to tell him anything? I mean, we're in contact, right?
Yep, I guess we're in contact, so.
Warrior 8282 Victor, Casper approach. How do you hear me? Warrior 82 Victor, roger. I have you loud and clear now. You can plan for left traffic for runway 26 and when able to verify that you have information uniform.
Alright, so what are we at? 2615?
Yep.
Alright, just keep us, like I said, basically out of terrain's way. I'll kind of help you out here.
Approaching you, runway 26. Notice air missions 5G, NOTAM in effect for the Casper area. Self-serve fuel unavailable. Advise on initial contact, give information uniform. Casper Airport information uniform 1253 Zulu. Wind 250 at 7, weather better than 5005. Temperature 09er, dew point 05. Altimeter 3021. RNAV approaching you, runway 26. Notice air missions 5G, NOTAM in effect for the Casper area. Self-serve fuel unavailable. Advise on initial contact, give information uniform.
Alright. You get all that?
I didn't get the winds, but what'd you have? Winds?
250 at 7.
250 at 7. Okay, so also they're using 26. We're obviously not going to use RNF 26, but here's a kind of opportunity to practice. I'll let you press the buttons. Oh, select approach.
And then outer or lower?
The outer.
RNF.
Lower RNF 26. Yep. Make sure we're still looking out for terrain. And in this case,
Vectors.
yeah, we can just press vector. So we're just going to use this as a backup. But obviously, you know, we'll load it. Although he told us to expect left traffic. And so really for us, it's mostly just going to be, let's see. If we, just to
We're
kind
going
of
to call him up and tell him we have.
Yep.
uniform. 18.
Sure, keeping us at time
Warrior
5.
82 Victor, roger. Thank you.
Alright, so within kind of similar to descent or descent into the airport, right? So we want to be down at pattern altitude by when?
We want to be by 3 miles.
Okay.
Let's see. I don't know, our chart in the POH estimated 14 track miles to descend.
Okay.
So that's at 2,500 RPM and 128 knots.
Yep, so right now we got 14 at Alco's plus 8.5 to there, so we got what, 22? 22, so.
Yeah, so.
And we want to be, we're at 10.4 right now, we want to be at what altitude, 6.3, is that?
Yep, 6,330.
Okay, so basically.
Well, that was to field elevation actually, if I'm thinking about how, so it's probably more like 12 miles, but we can descend a little early. That's not
well, let's say, and we'll obviously make sure we're clear of Casper Mountain here. So here's where all the terrain is, and so once we're kind of on this side of it, we can descend obviously as long as we're kind of well below 10.4 by the time we're kind of coming up to that pattern.
Yeah, and we can see the terrain.
Yeah.
So. Getting a little shivery though.
Shivery, you said?
Yeah,
Why?
a little chilly.
A little cold?
I should have left my
Actually, I
jacket
think
on.
I'm getting a little cold too. Let's mention it.
You want to turn on the cabin heat and give us carbon monoxide poisoning?
No. Okay, let's go up to there.
Oh, does it come out of these mysterious holes in the dash?
I guess so. Where?
Well, you were just feeling up here.
Well, I was gonna say, is it coming out of here or not?
I have no idea. I mean, I would assume it would come out of the normal air vents, but...
Yeah.
Couldn't tell ya. Let's say, 3...
Left traffic for 26, I see. So basically we'll do 26, and as I said, our taxiing will be that Charlie to
Yeah, right, because that's...
FBO.
26 is going to be this one?
Yep, so that's why I'll bring it up so you can kind
Oh,
of...
no, yeah, I
sure
see
it's
what's happening.
notarized.
So make left traffic will basically overfly the approach end of, 03?
Yep, so we'll see 3, we'll kind of see the ramp,
Yeah,
probably
well,
on my side.
that one. Okay.
Obviously swing this way. Make for that 45 to midfield left downwind, standard entry, unless they tell us otherwise. But right now I just said left traffic. And then, yeah, like I said, our expected taxi is going to be Charlie 2, Charlie, cross runway 213 on Alpha 5.
And then Alpha to the ramp.
Yep, and then here's where the
Which is just
FBO
right-
is. Yep,
straight
it's just right
there,
across,
so,
yeah.
okay. That's how it was at Pocatello, and it confused the hell out of me because
Yeah.
I couldn't see the sign because it was sideways to
Yep.
me.
And now we can also have tower on the,
Yeah, which is going to be
Plugged in, yep.
118.3.
and then the airport is off to like the west side of town. So obviously we'll be looking for it, but that way you kind of know where to look.
Let me know when you have it in sight because I'm sure you'll spot it first. So.
Yeah.
And I do gotta say these vertical displays are really useful for being like,
They are, yeah, I mean,
like
it's,
that way.
even when you're not sure, you're just like, all right, well, as long as I continue this way, you know, it'll help me find it.
Yeah, naturally couldn't hear Denver approach by the time we got here.
I know, well,
Or Denver Center.
yeah.
Yeah, I've only been through Casper like 3 times in my life.
I mean, it's not bad, it's not a bad place.
No, it's just an inconvenient way to get to Jackson from anywhere in the
No, that's
States,
true,
so
yeah.
it just doesn't work out.
20.
Alright, so we're showing 8 track miles, so we should probably start descending now.
Yep, yeah, we'll continue this way, basically to Alcos, and then we're just coming clear to the terrain here, so just nice normal kind of descent.
128 knots.
Yeah, well, according to the POH, it's
That's a normal descent.
yeah, they like it right at the top of the green. I'm like, why? Like, But every Piper does that. I don't know why. It's just it's always weird.
Like being fast airplane.
Like 220. Visibility 5.
Add a little bit of mixture, I suppose.
Yep, I was gonna say we can do descent checklist as we go, and I mean it'll have that stuff, but
All right. Descent checklist, fuel pump on, landing light on, mixture is going to be enriched. We'll switch to our fuller tank, do our approach briefing. Let's see, fuller tank is going to be the right tank.
okay.
And it's 745, so we'll switch over anyway.
Okay.
Or left tank actually, but. Alright, on left, fuel pressure's good.
So let's see if we can kind of reset our heading indicator, all that. That way we can use that as we're kind of trying to orient ourselves.
From Alcos to Casper, it's going to be 24. Like there-ish. So when we reach Alcos, we'll turn to that bug.
Good. What do we got right now? 3, 2, 5.
Right?
On the compass as well. To kind of reorient our heading indicator.
It's directional.
You have Casper Airport there, up here 1 to 2 o'clock, and about 10 miles.
You want us to say we have it in sight?
You can tell them we're looking. It's just.
I mean, I see a straight line, but is
Yeah,
that like
it's just. I mean, it's just like.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's just not like 100% clear. Usually got tanks, but I don't even see the tanks. So we'll just follow Alcos, like I said, we'll turn that heading. We know it should be basically straight ahead. And then we'll continue along.
Sorry, 2 Victor, roger. Enter left traffic for runway 26, and you can contact the tower now, 118.3. Have a good day.
Right, so we'll start turning in. I don't need to say Casper. So.
No, you can just say.
8282 Victor Casper, tower, good morning. Runway 26, clear to land. Wind 250 at 6.
Good. All right.
Is that the airport there? That is, right?
Yep. So there's 3. And so basically 26 here.
300, so we're 85, about 2,000 feet.
Yeah,
go.
we probably want to come, like I said, give ourselves enough space.
Start descending a bit more quickly here.
Yep. And like I said, we go a little bit to the left to kind of give us some space to do a nice 45 entry.
Sorry, yeah. Good idea. Yeah, because this is 03. Okay,
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
Be 6 miles.
Good. 1,002, so about another 2,000. And we did all the descent checklist items?
Yep, landing lights on, fuel pumps on. Make sure we can enrich a little bit more.
Good.
Big Casper's at 5,000 feet. That's like sea level, basically.
Yeah. So you can kind of see the other runway now too, right?
Yep, I've got
okay,
a boat.
Good. So 26, we're gonna be doing this way, and so we can also put our ground frequency in once we get a chance here as well.
Good idea. 1 to 1.9. Alright, that's it.
We could probably turn in now and just head to that 45, and it'll be a 45-degree turn to the right. Good.
Delta descent. 7.5. Probably gonna descend a little bit harsher here.
Yeah, we'll get us down 3 miles.
Yeah, because we're kind of hauling.
1,000 feet. Yeah, when you're en route, you're like, oh, we're going slow, and then all of a sudden you get to
Yeah,
the
once you
terminal
start
area,
descending, you're like, I'm doing like 130 knots.
yeah, you're like, holy crap, okay.
You know, a Cessna doesn't do that fast.
Yeah.
Descent, I tell you what. All right, 7,700 to go. 4 miles. That'll about work.
Cool, everything looks good. Runway in sight, we're oriented. We got frequencies in. We did the checklist.
We are cleared to land.
Yep, we are clear to land, so that's good. Yeah, last thing you want to do is just, oops, sorry guys.
Landed on the runway we weren't cleared to land.
Yeah, we're on a taxiway, you know.
Alright, we're at pattern altitude, slowly coming up to power.
Yep, so back to the same standard things. Using the runway mostly to orient ourselves. I would say about, again, at 3/4 distance. And, we're 250, so it'll be slightly from the left.
Okay. See if we can spot the windsock as we go by.
Yeah, you'll have to see if you can spot on your side. I won't be able to see it much.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where it is here. Alright, we're configured. Engine instruments are in the green. Landing gears down and welded. 10 degrees of flaps. Be a mixture set. Set this to 260. Yeah.
You said what's our field altitude? Or what's our
5,330.
330? Okay, cool. So yeah, we're basically right on it.
We are cleared to land.
Good.
Still haven't spotted a windsock. They're just really hard to see from the air, you know?
Yeah. I was about to say you can see the ramp right there, so that'll be where we're tapped into.
And I actually need to turn a bit more outbound here because I'm actually creeping in on the runway.
Yep.
Alrighty, about a beam.
The runways don't like it when you creep.
I don't think the runway cares at all, actually. Probably a little flat already, but...
Yep.
Wind 240 at 7.
Our second notch in.
Looking good so far.
Yeah, wind's light left, maybe.
Okay. Yeah, and it'll be 7 knots, so it'll be very, very manageable. Nice. Right on 75, good. Nice airspeed control. Make sure we don't skid. Bring that nice coordinator right over. And now we're a little off to the right, left.
Casper Ground, Cherokee November 97432, it's rising wind with uniform. Ready to taxi.
Hey,
Cherokee
final
97432,
configuration.
Casper Ground, good morning. Runway 26, taxi via Bravo, Bravo 1.
26 Bravo, Bravo 1, for Julian.
Alright.
Number 432, let's say direction of departure.
Eastbound today.
Roger, thank you.
Yeah, slow on 65. There we go. And just keep coming toward the spot you chose. And again, once your spot before that starts to disappear, slowly start to bring straight and level. And there, nice straight and level. Hold it. Slowly start to pull up now. Nice and done. Now we'll roll a bit because we've got
Quite a ways to go.
quite a ways to
there.
go to that taxiway. And then we want to switch over. If he wants to switch over,
Yeah, he might have a stay on tower, who knows?
yep, so, cool.
Number 82 Victor, turn left, Charlie 2. Taxi to parking via Charlie Alpha. Cross runway 21.
Alright, left on Charlie 2, taxi to Charlie Alpha, cross runway 21, number 82.
And that's my first ever runway crossing clearance.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Nice.
Gotta be careful about those ones. People mess those up.
Yeah, but so you gotta make sure you
Support.
hear the word, cross runway, not whole short runway.
Yeah, Harrison Ford did a oopsie on that one.
Well, he can get away with it. We probably can, so.
Oh, if you go, well, what did I learn from crossing the runway without permission? The tower has a very mean voice on the phone.
Exactly. And they don't care if you cry.
In fact, they're trying to make you cry.
Yeah, I would say,
actually.
they're probably relishing it. Cool.
This
And then,
high-speed exit.
yep, if you want, you
National
can
6104 Casper Ground,
continue
runway
rolling
36, taxi
and do
Alpha,
the,
Bravo, Bravo 1.
after landing. I'll read it for you, and you can just do it. Make sure you keep an eye just on anybody else taxiing, but we should be clear.
Yep, clear.
All right, so after landing, flaps up,
Flaps are up.
electric fuel pump off,
Electric fuel pump off. Landing light off.
Yep.
Right.
transponder set on standby.
Stand by. And we had a squawk code all the way to the ground?
I guess so. That's probably what Center was telling us too, and they probably never told us to switch over to 1200.
Yeah, I probably don't care that much.
Yeah,
Imagine they're not running out of squawk codes in the middle of Wyoming.
Yep. 1200. There you go.
You just hit the VFR button, right?
I know I could have. It's just
Number 82 Victor, stay parking.
Atlantic Aviation.
We're going to Atlantic.
Number 82 Victor, roger.
All right, so same thing. We'll cross the runway, right? We'll slow down a little bit and then make sure we turn on our lights, and we receive clear.
6104, roger, thank you. Give way to the Piper. They'll be taxiing left to right across Alpha 5 into parking at the ramp.
All right, landing lights on.
Yep. Good.
Cherokee 9743 Juliet, Casper Tower, runway 26, clear for takeoff, wind 240 at Niner. Number 43 Juliet, approved as requested.
And Atlantic is these two, so basically we'll watch out for the marshal. But say you've
Yeah,
of course
okay,
been a
I'll
marshal and
follow stuff. Avoid the SIDA here.
It's not. Yeah, I mean it's fine. Yeah, but we're over here anyway, so probably pull on this side. Or yeah, they're there. Never mind.
What is he? Okay, he wants me to
Yep, to go that way.
go like that. All right.
I'll go ahead and turn off landing light for you.
Oh, yeah, sweet. Thank you. Forgot about that.
Oh, it's Rita. Well, I know Rita. She's a manager. She might be done with her instrument now, actually.
All right.
Nice and done.
Oh, yeah. I was like, where's my checklist? Where'd it go? All right, after landing flaps are up, all that. All right, brakes are set, avionics master's off.
And this switch check feels so wrong. I know. Like a VFR pilot, I should be throttling up and pulling the mixture out right now, right?
You're a soon-to-be instrument guy, so... Well, actually, no, you are. That's it.